Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing an unboxing today, but it's not a plant unboxing. It's going to be more of a grow light unboxing, which is typically not what I do, but I want to be able to feature the Vita LED grow light, and I want to compare it to the GE LED grow light, which I think it actually looks quite similar to, but the specs are a little different. And I also thought, because the Soltech Solutions light named their light Vita, I thought I would introduce my side chick for the day, Vita the hen. And I actually hen napped her from Los Sures, which is the senior center that I volunteer at. And I thought it was just so appropriate. And one of the volunteers, Javier there had said that if Soltech Solutions named their light Vita, then it probably will last forever. And the reason for that is because Vita is 12 years old and she's our little Yoda hen. She just keeps on going and going and going, and she's just been really wonderful. So she's going to join me today in this unboxing. Vita, you gotta meet Vita. Look at this. Yeah, check it out. Are you gonna help me unbox this? Okay, well, she doesn't have any hands, so. Let's actually get to this and see what this is all about. So actually the box is quite luxe, I just have to say that. And then if I see on the bottom of this, it has all the appropriate specs. So if you want to have that for reference, then you have that. And it's actually quite heavy, so I don't know if it's all the box or if it's the actual light itself. So it's really nicely packed. Let's see here. Oh yeah, this is a heavy light. All right, yeah, and this is surprisingly, it seems heavier than the GE grow light, but it's a lot smaller. So here I have the GE light for comparison, and you'll notice that I actually mentioned these and I used these in Damon's makeover. Oh God, it was probably over a year or two ago that I used these, and I've been using this in my house for about a year now, and I love this light. I actually have it up on my armoire, and it has this like white light, and it hits the, it reflects off the white ceiling and then drenches my room in light, which is really nice. Now this one is, like I said, a lot smaller. So I'm just gonna do a little measurement comparison. And this actually makes a lot of difference, because if you are using one of these bulbs in, say, a unit that has a smaller opening, then I've had trouble actually getting this into some of my units in my house. So yeah, so this is 4 3/4 just about, so it's just bordering on 5 inches. And the Soltech Solutions light is about 3 3/4. So it's got an inch difference, and that is a huge difference when it comes to some lighting fixtures. Now I'm using the GE grow light in this kind of like El Cheapo, light right here, and it has a little terrarium on the bottom, so I thought that was cute. And I just have this again, like up on my armoire, and we'll put this in and we'll show you the difference within the light, because the temperatures are actually different in the GE grow light and the Soltech Solutions Vita light. So the GE grow light is more of a balanced light spectrum, and I can't tell you what Kelvin, which is the color temperature for the light, that is, but it's probably around 5,000, because when somebody says it's balanced light spectrum, it's more like daylight balanced. So let's try this out. If I could find the place to turn this on. Okay, there you go. Yeah, okay. This is really helpful because it's actually dark today. So you can see that this has a little bit more of a white light. Try to remember that. Sometimes it doesn't translate necessarily always on camera, but to my eye, this looks a lot whiter. And, I have to say, the white light is great, but by the time I get into my bedroom and I'm there nestled up with a book, like, I don't want to have this bright light on anymore. And I think that's where the Soltech Solution light comes in, because they're working with 3,000 Kelvin. And I know like color temperature is not something that we really commit to memory, but the way that I think about it is, anything lower than 3,000 Kelvin, you start getting into a place where you're probably whispering like sweet nothings to somebody or making a really nice meal, because you're getting into candlelight territory. So 1,000 to 1,500, even 2,000 Kelvin it's a little bit more of like that moody candlelight feel. And then when you start getting north of that, it still has that warm glow, but it's starting to get a little whiter. And by the time you get to 5,000, you're in that white light, daylight balance territory. And beyond that, you start getting into a bluer white light, which is probably also a little bit uncomfortable. You start getting into that like fluorescence. All right, so I'm gonna try the Soltech Solutions light. And again, 3,000 Kelvin should be a little warmer. Oh, yep. I could already see that it's a little more yellow. And again, this is just preference. It's also where you want to put this in your home. Like, do you want something that has a little bit more of like a daylight balance? Or do you want something that has a little bit more ambiance? That's like all the difference, because again, you don't want somebody walking into your living room and it feels like too bright or too fluorescent. Do you want to get down, baby? Hold on a second. Let me get my little side chick down. You want to come down? Here, let's go down. Old V, little old V. There we go, baby. There we go, baby. Okay. All right, back to this. So the other difference that we probably don't necessarily see offhand, and I couldn't show you in this unit, is that the Soltech Solutions light is actually dimmable, which is such a coup. I mean, I love lights that are dimmable, especially because, again, you might have the grow light on for 12 hours a day, but as you're approaching 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night, you might want to just dim it. You might want to still have it on, but you just want it to be dimmed. Unfortunately, the GE grow light does not dim, so that might be a little want for some. You know, I basically now, it's like, kind of like when I have my dress with pockets, like every dress should have pockets. Every light I feel like should be dimmable, and the fact that it is dimmable is such a perk. The second thing that I think is a perk for this is that it's smaller. So if you have a smaller unit, that's going to be good. Both of these are heavy. I would say that this one's probably 3 to 4 ounces heavier than this. I mean, this is almost a pound, if you could believe it, even though it's a lot smaller than this. So if you have one of those like desk lamps that, you know, kind of moves, that you can move the head for, if that is in the least bit loose, this pound is going to like pull it down. And then this one will too, because it's still quite heavy. It's not like a regular incandescent light bulb. The other difference that I would say is a more of a perk for the GE grow light is that this has 50 ppf. And what ppf is that it's a number of photons that hit square meter per second. So this is giving you more photons, more energy, more light out of this unit than this unit. The Soltech Solutions light is half that. It's about 26 ppf. So you're actually getting more photons of light with the GE grow light. I mean, heck, you may not need all of that light, but the option is there with the GE grow light, and so that might actually be a perk for the GE grow light. And the other difference that you will, you know, determine whether it's justifiable is that the Soltech Solutions light comes in at retail at around $70 to $75. Now, you can get 15% off. I have a 15% off code, so if you've never shopped at Soltech Solutions, you get 15% off with using the code Homestead 2021, and I'll flash that up in the screen and in the description. But this will bring it down to a little bit more in the 60s, and this is around $25 to $30 at retail. But the other difference is that this will last for 25,000 hours, supposedly, that's what it says, and the Soltech Solutions light will last for 30,000 hours. So you're getting a little bit more runway with the Soltech Solutions light. But I cannot totally attest to that because, quite honestly, I haven't tested the Soltech Solutions light except for now. And the GE grow light, I've only been using it for a year. And honestly, I love both lights. I love the fact that Soltech Solutions is made and manufactured in the USA. Not only in the USA, they are manufactured in my home state of Pennsylvania, which is awesome. We definitely need more manufacturing in the United States, and the fact that we could have such a premier product that's developed here is such a perk. So I just have to say woot woot for that, because that is just really nice. And yeah, I mean, I think that both of these are really great options. I'm really looking forward to putting Soltech Solutions to the test in my home. I just have to find another light unit to be able to use it in. But the fact that we have these options and that plant lovers don't have to like fill their house with like blue and pink and purple lights anymore is just like really nice, because you could actually have something that's really inviting and allows you to be able to grow your plants in a happy manner. So anyway, I hope that was really helpful for you, and it gives you a little bit more of the differences between the two LED grow lights. But like I said, let's just rejoice because there are some really great options on the market now. All right, guys, take care. Bye. Here's a little side-by-side comparison of the GE Grow Light and the Soltech Solutions Vita light. Now, of course, there are a range of other grow light options from each of these companies, but I think these lights were similar enough to do an overall comparison on their features. Now, if you want more information on how plants utilize light, how to measure light in your home, and finding the right plant for the right lighting conditions, then I cover that in the Houseplant Masterclass. And if you're looking for mini courses, then I'd encourage you to check out my other online courses and offerings, including Houseplant Basics, Troubleshoot Your Houseplants, and the 125 Houseplant Care spreadsheet. All that information and more can be found on my website at homesteadbrooklyn.com.